and this is our live stream. My name is Teresa T.L. Matthew. I am the founder of Some Foods, the maker of Some Sweet, and so we're doing this a little bit different. I have no introduction or anything to be able to bring this in the way that I want, so I am waiting on my guest to get here to join in. But just a little bit about me. I'm the founder of Some Foods, the maker of Some Sweet, and that is the most spectacular sweetener that there is on the market. I am also a nutritional therapist. The name of my practice is SARE Nutritional Therapy. That stands for Sugar Addiction is Real. I, however, am no longer practicing. I am focused on producing the sweetener, the manufacturing of the sweetener, and there's a lot of great stuff that I actually have planned, and things that are going on for the future. Let me get this camera a little situated a little bit better here. It's like it's just a little. So this is the new setup right now, and I am still trying to use this particular platform because it will allow me to stream to the most places, and the details will be coming back about being able to bring things onto the screen and so on and so forth. But I am streaming to Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. So the stream is going there and right here on this platform, and Twitter as well. So that's the reason why I'm doing this. And then you can get a rebroadcast of today's show. You can get that on, it's our podcast, and that is SAIRNT. That is the podcast name, and it is available on all of your favorite streaming networks. And again, that stands for Sugar Addiction is Real Nutritional Therapy. So you can search for it under that or SAIRNT on all of your all of the podcast networks. So we do have a great guest that's going to join us today. Her name is Denise Wester, and she is an author and in the nutrition. She's a health coach as well. So wow. And so these things do present us with a little technical difficulties, but we're going to just, power through those things. So it says that she is here. So, okay, there we go. So I should be able to add her on to today's broadcast. And so with just a little bit of housekeeping, we're almost done with that. Just want to let you know that if you want to get a hold of the sweetener, Some Sweet, you can go to SUMSWEET.com, and you can still place orders there. I am changing up the way that the order structure is going to be. And we are coming up with some great new things and subscriptions and things like that you'll be able to find over on the SARE Nutritional Therapy website. And we are creating a membership addition to that will allow you to get a hold of the subscriptions and some great features and benefits as for being a part of the subscription service or the membership service over there is that we're going to be reporting. We're going to help people to get lines of credit, additional lines of credit to help boost their credit scores for those who don't have that. And it just also makes it a lot easier for people to be able to get the product. So we want to be able to provide two benefits. But I'll be telling you more about that in the future. So let's see, where did she go? She was just there. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, she got kicked out. So she's logging back in. But anyway, so that's enough of that on the housekeeping side. So there she is. So without further ado, we're going to bring our guest on in, Denise Wester. Let's see, and she'll be joining in us now.
There we are. There we are.
Hi, I hear you.
Yeah. Yes. Can you see hear me? Can you see me?
I can't see you, but I can hear you. There you go.
Oh,
I see
okay,
you there.
good.
All
Oh, good.
right.
Technology, technology. Yay.
Yes, yes, yes. And this platform is all new with the way. Well, they just changed it. So it was doing one thing before, and now they changed it, so it's doing a whole different thing now. So I'm getting used to it. I got to get used to it. They just made the change last week, so I'm you know not gonna complain because it
Yeah.
allows me to
Yeah.
go to extreme, but so we just deal with it the way that way. So welcome, welcome,
Yes.
welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
So I was just, I just told everyone that your name is Denise Wester, and you
Hmm.
are an author and you are a health coach. So
Yes.
come on and share with us a little bit about your background and how
Hmm.
did you get into health coaching and things like that. So just tell us your story.
I'm Well, I'm actually a certified life coach, and I
Oh, life
did
coach.
this to be able to
Okay.
support yeah, I did that to get certified to support my readers with my personal development book that I have published here recently. My book is called Busting Through Methods to Get Courageous, to Take Action, to Get Unstuck and Find Your Personal Power.
All right.
And through my journey, yes, and through my journey of life, raised me restricted religion, um, just getting stuck with that and the mind games with that, and getting over it, divorce, bankruptcy, homeless, and multiple job pivots. I realized here this last year or 2 years ago, then when I was unemployed with COVID, that my health journey. I am 61 years old, and I realized, I was vegan, and I was losing sleep. I was gaining
Mhm.
weight. Got diabetes. My blood pressure was skyrocketing, but I was eating vegetables all day long. What's going
Oh,
on?
wow.
and
Ooh,
and
that's
so
good.
then I was diagnosed as a diabetic. And so this last year, I did this 2 years ago, actually, it was did started just doing research and listening to doctors and doing my research, just really diving into deep what was going on, and I came up with some solutions. I feel the best I ever have, and the number one thing was giving up sugar, and it changed my life, giving up sugar.
Yeah.
And it was so hard. The minute I figured out that was my problem, I didn't realize until I had to give it up how hard it was.
Right.
And at first,
Right.
it's like, I'm going to give this up. And yeah, that was an interesting journey.
So you said you were vegan,
Hmm.
but you still ate a lot of sugar.
Well, I didn't realize it. It's like, well, and carbs turned into sugar. It's like when
Hmm.
I always have my would make my desserts, or I'd have a cookie, or I'd have cake, or then I was like, I
Hmm.
never realized I loved my chocolate, but just having a couple of pieces every day, that sort of thing, no big deal. But then,
Right.
using, and then I realized when I gave up the sugar, it took me like about a month of doing that, um, that I transferred into carbs. Like, give me some bread. I was like, where's my potatoes? Where's the
Hmm.
starch? Where's the pancakes and where's the muffins? And I was craving pancakes, and I was making bread, and then I was like, why isn't my blood sugar getting better? I gave up sugar, and then I realized how my body was still processing it as sugar.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah,
And that
my
that that's
screen,
key. Yeah, it
yeah.
looks like you're frozen. I
Yeah,
can
my
hear you
screen's frozen
clearly.
up. Yeah, okay. Well, it'll probably get unstuck,
Yeah.
um but so that was a really interesting journey. But once I made that switch, it was before, it was interesting how I was just gaining weight. I was a vegetarian. I taught spin class.
Okay, it just kicked her out. All right. So that's very interesting. We're dealing with technology. She'll be back. Um, she'll be back. But that's very interesting as on our story, as she says that she was a vegetarian. She had been vegan. She ate all, she ate healthy fruits, veggies, things like that. And then she found, but she still ate her cakes, cookies, pies, and things like that. So, see, those things can be vegan as well. And so she was eating those things and she gave up those things. And that's what started her process to reversing it. When she quit sugar, she tried to quit sugar. She did effectively do that, but replaced it. Like I said many times, I've done the same thing. Replaced my sugar with, I became a bread eater. I loved yeast breads and butter. Love them, love them, love them, love them, still do, but I don't eat them. I don't eat them. Because it was, if I wasn't eating sugar, I was eating bread and butter. So you have to, okay, let's add her back. So you have to be real careful with the things that you're eating. And she was teaching spin class. Hi.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I
Yes.
was just refreshed
Yeah. So
going
I
over
was
your story.
like,
You said you were teaching.
yeah. I was teaching spin class about 3 hours a day and 3 hours of classes back to back, three classes back to back, and I was still gaining weight. What am I eating? Vegetables, not
Mm,
nuts, but I would have it like a baked potato. I would have pasta. I would gnocchi, and but so it just like totally changed when I finally talked or listened to, start discovering about insulin resistance and the things that
yes.
spike, yeah, the foods that spike your blood sugar. When I made that change and I stopped snacking and just ate my meals and it's cut out the sugar, I cut out the carbs, I
Mm-hmm.
started sleeping again. And it wasn't like sleeping again, feeling amazing energy, amazing
Right.
clarity. And it was so hard to get over the sugar because my brain hurt. I realized when I changed the headaches from detoxing my brain from the sugar,
Right.
crazy, crazy, crazy. But now you just have such clarity and energy. And I find too, if I cheat, which happens, um, my mood just goes down.
Uh-huh.
I lose my motivation. I
Mm-hmm.
just, and so I get to where now I remember that. Okay, so when you go to a birthday party and they're offering you cake and you feel like you need to take it, don't, because okay, I remember
Right.
now how I felt last time, and that sucked.
Exactly.
It's like
Exactly.
you're feeling so
Yeah.
high, you're feeling so high, and then go to a low. Yeah,
Right, right. I mean,
it's
that's really amazing because I think that I know that there are a lot of people that I've talked to that are vegan, vegetarian, and they don't realize that they still get a lot of sugar in their diet, even when they're eating vegetables and how they're processing that. So that's really a great story that you're sharing with us. Okay, it looks like we are frozen again. This technology, man, oh man, it's giving us the blues today. It's giving us the blues today. But she'll pop back in. I can't believe that this is actually happening, and I if this is going to continue, I hope this doesn't persist. Um, and it's just really hard to say exactly where the issue is coming from. But there we go. I see you. I hear you.
yeah. Oh yeah. So I lost you there. Lost you there. But what a great, I just see so many people, are struggling. They're like saying, "How come I'm gaining weight? How come I can't sleep?" But
Hmm.
and it's like it's so it's the answer is so simple, but it's
Yeah,
so hard.
it's
So hard because
hard. Yes.
sugar is in everything. Sugar's in your ketchup. Sugar's in your mayo. Sugar's in that fancy coffee drink that says, that it's cream. No, they're the manufacturer of those that coffee additive has sugar in it. It's to
Hmm.
make you addicted to it.
Yes.
So read your labels and discover what your body is doing and needing to assimilate and get yourself doing that and listening to your body. And it's pretty amazing discovery.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So were you were able to bring all of your numbers back down with the with your, you said
Yes.
you received a diabetic diagnosis, so a
Mhm.
diabetes diagnosis, so you were able to reverse that.
Yes, I totally did. My blood sugar, my glucose was always hanging out at 173. I was like, why can't I get this down? And now
Right.
I'm in the 80s
Yes.
consistently for my glucose. And my blood
Yeah.
pressure is amazing. And I always struggled with that when I was like, I don't understand. I meditate, I do yoga, and my blood pressure is like this crazy, but now it's fantastic.
That's
It's
great. That's
just,
great.
yeah, you guys, it's just listen to your body. It's telling you something's wrong, something's off, and it doesn't mean
Yes. Well, I love how this technology is just really trying not to let this message get out, but we're going to get this message out there because people need to hear this,
it's testing us
because we
today. It's
think that we're
testing us
doing something.
today.
Yes, it is. It is. But people think that they're doing healthy things, and they don't understand that even when doing some healthy things, you may still, because maybe you didn't walk that path. Maybe you didn't start out your life that way on that path. And then it's you still have the effects of what you have done previously before you started down this path that you have to deal with. That's why I had a friend, she went to plant-based, and she lost a lot of weight and she was looking great. And I was like, that's fantastic. But that's not going to work for me. I'm not going to be able to go plant based and go that route that she took and get the same benefits for my body, because I had already set my body up to where now it finds sugar in the carrots. It finds sugar in the potatoes. It finds sugar in everything because it was already addicted. That's all it was looking for. It didn't know how to process foods the correct way anymore because it's been trained for certain things already. So I was already out of normal into abnormal. So that's all that my body was going to operate on. And so that's important for people to
So
know.
true. So
Mhm. Yeah. So
so
tell
true.
us.
Like I said, I was just yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I love that you said that and that you shared that with us. So tell us some more about what you're doing. You said you're a life coach, and you did that
Mhm.
because of a project that you had.
Yeah. Well, I wrote a book, like I said, Methods to Get Courageous, Take Action, Get Unstuck, and Find Your Personal Power. It's Amazon. And I became a life coach to support my readers. I didn't want people just to buy the book and it's a journaling workbook. And so I have a to support my readers. And inside my book, I talk a chapter about your health because it's so important. What you eat affects yourself mentally. And
Yeah.
on my Facebook group, it's a closed group, and I'm there to support my readers continually. We've got a collaborative community to support each other and encourage each other and our wins and our struggles. And yeah, so it's I think it's important to be well rounded in our journey. And when we're all
Mhm.
trying to work on ourselves mentally, I think health for me is so important. So that's why I really appreciate your message, and it's part of my message because
Mhm.
it's what you my what you eat affects your life so much, and how you
Yes.
move and it affects your life. Exercise, it just gives you endorphins, it helps your mental health.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does. It does. It does. And I mean, I think that when it's such a deep subject, and it's so deep that when we're dealing with food, like once I started down the path of learning of what was going on with my body and realizing that, hey, this is happening to a lot of people and they don't know it, and they don't realize it, that it's, and how important the food is that we put into our bodies, and how in some cases we're missing micronutrients. The food isn't as nutrient dense as it once was, and how we have to supplement in order to make sure that we're balanced, and how we need to track all of these things. I mean, it's really amazing as what how our body processes and uses the food. It's more than what we think. I mean, we just think that we're just eating. Just I don't think that we really give much thought to it. You know.
Well, yeah, I mean, and like the food industry has changed so much, as you said,
Hmm.
don't have the nutrients in there, and everything's getting over farmed, and but luckily there's a great movement to people know about glyphosate and Monsanto's and Roundup that's in for the chemicals. People are getting to be aware of and looking more options for organic now, and so that's what I ask in my book, buddy. When you go to the grocery store, go to the produce aisle and get something new there. Shop organic, start looking
Hmm.
around and see what you can add healthily to your diet. And to broaden your family and just make it a game, make it a game.
Yeah.
Let's try, this jicama and see what it tastes like. Hey, this is awesome. And it's a great way to broaden your palate and just your health journey.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's great. That's a great idea to make that a game and just go down the aisles and try something new. That's a really great idea. I'm going to have to do that one, do that myself, and just go to the store and just be like, just grab my daughter and say, "Hey, we're going to just try something new," and just pick each one of us pick up something new.
Yeah,
That way we get a twofer in the house on that day. Yeah.
that's a great
So
idea. Yeah, everybody pick something different. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then, yeah, I mean, and even combine all that and see what we can do to make a meal out of that. That would
Yeah.
be yeah, that's a great idea. So thank you. That's a nice tip. And that's something that you put in your book. What else? What are some other goodies and nuggets that you have there in your book?
Well, for your health, my important part is like move every single day. And a lot of people have a hard time with that. And that means, but for me, it's like you don't need to join a gym and go kill yourself for an hour and be sore for a week.
Hmm.
Micro movements. I suggest everybody has some weights in their house. Have my weights in my bathroom. Every single time I use the restroom, I do or I do some squats with them just for like 30 seconds.
Hmm.
So this
Okay.
will slowly.
I like that. Do micro movements, she said. Put your weights right there,
Yeah.
where they're accessible.
And when you
That's really good because
exactly, and they're right there. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, you're not going anywhere.
And it's like right. Right. You got the mirror there. And so just do some small little movements and every single morning and every single night I plank for as long as you can hold it. Have your phone right there with the timer going and just make it
Uh-huh.
a game to see if you can hold your plank a little bit longer each day. And that's a great all over exercise for your body. It's good for your core, it's good for your stability, it's good for your arms. And
Mhm.
do some Google searches on the correct way to plank, because a lot of people do it right, collapse through their shoulders. But you got to lift through your shoulders, engage that belly, and just hold it for as long as you can. And do that every morning and every night before you go to bed. And you're slowly then getting your muscles warmed up for that gym workout. Going, of course, walk is so important. Getting outside in nature is so important. And when you get outside in nature, please don't sit and look down at your phone the whole time. Look
You're
around
right.
you. Be
Mhm.
grateful. Be grateful for nature. When you walk by somebody, say hello and smile at them. Be present with that other person. And but yeah, so important for your mental health. And for it's like I said, it's a full circle to your mental health, your spiritual health, and for your health of your body is to move, eat correctly, and always be growing. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. I like that. That's a great tip for people if you're not active to And you think that because I once heard somebody said that they weren't exercising, so they knew they couldn't go for more than 30 seconds like on a treadmill or something. So even if you just attempted to do the plank exercise, that is like a single movement, that's
Yeah,
total body.
yeah,
And that would that would give you what you need as far as a great jump start to
great jump
progressing, to
start.
be able to do stronger, to do more. So
Mhm.
that's really great. Actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna make that attempt to do a plank.
Good
Because
for you. Good for
I
you.
actually never tried.
Everybody
I like
plank.
to,
Mhm.
yeah, everybody plank. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna
It's
actually
it,
try that
it
because I've never done that.
yeah, it just warms you up to progressing a little bit more, adding a little bit more to your day, and getting that, because it just, that little teeny bit, you'll be surprised how that little teeny bit makes you feel better.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't want people to be discouraged to work out. You gotta stop the excuses. You don't have time. You gotta stop.
Hmm.
I need somebody. Stop the.
Yeah, I like that micro movements because personally, I have I never I like big, like I go to the gym, we'll go walking on the treadmill, and do strength training and stuff like that. But I've actually never I never just thought about just small tiny things. It's either, for me it's like all or nothing. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna give that small tiny thing some tries as well, because when I'm not going to the gym, which I have not been lately, I bought that membership and I haven't been, but I'm gonna go
yeah.
ahead and try the small tiny things. Yeah, that's really great. And I do have weights right here with me. Right here. They're like up there. Like there's a shelf
Mhm.
back there and they're up on the shelf. I'm going to take those down off the shelf and start using those in some small movements. Yeah, so that's really great. I think you're back.
Oh yeah, it keeps freezing up on me. It cracks me up over my frozen faces. I got You guys get a good laugh. I'm fine with that. You get a good laugh at my frozen faces. But yeah, it's
Yeah. No, that's funny. So yeah, what, anything else that you want to share with us from your book, and like let us know where we can find you, where we can where people can get a hold of the book. I know you said it's available on Amazon.
yeah.
What's your website and your social media and all of
It's
that
really
stuff?
simple.
Because,
Yeah,
hello, are you there?
yeah.
We'll
I'm
wait.
here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you again.
Yeah, my Instagram and Facebook is Denise Wester, just simple Denise R. Wester on Instagram. And my website's denisewester.com. And my book is Busting Through on Amazon. You'll be able to find it when it comes up, beautiful blue cover. And yeah, it's just, I am passionate about it. I've been through a lot.
Yes, yes. So the name of the book is Busting Through. So I'm going to try and bring up my notes here. This keeps popping in and out, and I just want to make sure that we got all of Denise's information in there. So that is um, Denise Wester. That's Denisewester. So that is her social. That's all of her social medias: Facebook, Instagram. She said was Denise R. Wester. So, and the name of the book is Busting Through. It's available on at Amazon, and I just wanted to bring up some more notes that will help us to be able to locate everything. So, my I'm having some problems here with my screens, just trying to get a hold of everything. But please go check please go check out Denise and her and pick up her book on from Amazon. Visitors social medias, like, comment, subscribe, all of those good things, because she had a lot of great tips and a lot of great information for us. And I'm not sure that she's going to be able to get back in here. But we did just want to make sure that we got all of that information. And I, again, am so sorry for all of these issues. I had no idea that it was going to, that it would be this difficult. So I'm going to have to try and find some way to be able to pull in my guests without all of the difficulties. Again, Denise is a certified uh, life coach, and the name of her book is Busting Through. Again, she shared with us how she reversed her type 2 diabetes after being a vegan and living a vegetarian lifestyle. So she was both a vegetarian, and a vegan. So after living those lifestyles and being a fitness coach or teaching spin classes, that she still found herself with type 2 diabetes, but she was able to reverse that. And she's living her best life, full of energy and feeling better than she's ever felt before. So I just want to thank Denise for coming on and sharing with us. And this has been really, really great. And again, small movements, micro movements, like she said, that's a great way to start. You don't have to go big. You can do just small micro movements. And do a plank. As she said, you should be transferring that through your shoulders and throughout the rest of your body. So Google was her suggestion, the best way, the right way to do a plank. And I challenge you, I'm going to even try it, to just try and do a plank and hold it for as long as you can. And I mean, that's pretty much it. That's, start with just the micro movement. That's all you have to do. So until next time, I'm Teresa T.L. Matthew. Again, I'm the founder of Some Foods, the maker of Some Sweet. I'm also the founder of SARE Nutritional Therapy. That stands for Sugar Addiction is Real. And as you can hear from Denise's story, that even she discovered her sugar addiction when she didn't even think that she had one. Okay? If you want to get a hold of Some Sweet, that is a sweetener that helped me to kick my sugar addiction. You can go to sumsweet.com. That's SUMSWEET.com. And you can order the sweetener. Again, we got lots of great things coming up with the product. And I mean, there's so many things that are happening. But I just want to thank you all for joining me today. And yes, these have been unusual days and unusual circumstances and times with the broadcast, but we're going to keep pressing through until we can handle and deal with all of the technical difficulties and get those taken care of. But in the meantime, hey, we're still going live and we're still doing it, right? All right. Till next time, peace and blessings.